Okay. Well, welcome to the podcast. I'm sitting here with the lovely Jenn Colella. Colella! You know, you did that in like 2 interviews.
I did.
Yes. I don't know what it was.
I
I
I
don't
have a
know.
yeah, I do. I do it when I teach sometimes. So it was like, oh
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah,
You
yeah.
you
A little.
introduced yourself in an interview or something like that. And so whenever I talk about you to other people, I say that. I say Jenn Colella, Colella. And everyone's like, "Yes, I know exactly what you're referencing." And I'm like,
I like that.
I don't remember what I'm referencing anymore, but
I like it. You
I
sound
know
good. Your riff is better. It's tighter than mine.
I've had practice.
Really good.
Um, okay, well, what are you sipping on today?
Oh, I made myself a little mezcal Negroni.
Amazing. Ugh, I
Mm-hmm.
would that yep.
It's delightful.
I
Thanks for encouraging me to day drink.
Hey,
That's right.
it's 5 o'clock in Europe, maybe.
You know what I had last night for the first time was a peanut butter bourbon. It was delicious.
You had screwball.
Yes, that's my new favorite thing.
Holdfast does a screwball espresso martini.
No, I didn't know that. That would be delicious.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I
It's
always get the hold fast to your dreams.
also very tasty. I've only had that
Mhm.
once because I should try more of their cocktails, and I always revert to my Black Manhattan.
Oh, what's a Black Manhattan?
It's like a regular Manhattan, but instead of vermouth, you use Amaro.
Oh, that would be really tasty.
Hmm.
I
Hmm.
like that.
I've
Well,
been
old fashioned
doing
or mezcal Negroni is always my go-to, but having the screwball last night, and I just had a little bit of that,
a
like
sip
on
of it.
it was delightful.
Hmm. Hmm. They do. It's called their afternoon screw, after evening screw, something like that.
What happened?
Yeah,
Okay.
I
Well,
mean,
I'll ask.
I don't know if they do anything else with it.
Well, I'm going to do a lot of things with it. I'm so excited to have found it.
I've never had a mezcal Negroni. I've had
Oh,
is Negroni usually made with gin? No.
it's usually made with gin.
Hmm.
Yes, it
With
sure
you.
is.
And yeah, I've tried it. My friend always gets it, and I take a sip of it, thinking maybe one day I will like it.
Sure.
That day has not come.
I
But
understand.
I'm
Not for everyone.
not a gin person. I feel like I
Me neither.
am,
That's why I put the mezcal in there.
and I like mezcal, so maybe I should try
I
one with mezcal.
think you dig it.
I'm drinking a Coca-Cola, but from the glass bottle, so
I like that. Is
it's
it
sugar
cold?
cane. It is. It's not frosty, but it is cold. But it's the sugar cane, and the guy who sold it to me at the this deli in Port Authority was like, and that's the good one. And I was like, well, it's the only Coca-Cola you sell, so I hope it is.
Yeah.
Usually at the start of the podcast, I like to talk a little bit about your career, and your job as an actor. So, can you tell the audience a little bit about how you got started doing, Peter Pan in a garage, and then now you're Tony nominee.
Well, it wasn't Peter Pan in a garage. That would be dangerous. I played Gertie in
Oh,
Oklahoma
yes.
in this woman's garage. And I'm actually directing Oklahoma this summer, which I'm stoked about in South Carolina. Um, my only concept for the show is that Judd has to be hot. Judd has to be a viable option,
Well, absolutely.
right? He
Well,
can't just be some
yes.
creepy dude. It needs to like represent like her wanting to be with somebody who's maybe a little like a bad guy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I like it. I like it.
Thank you for your support. Um,
Stamp of
so
approval.
thank you very much. Yep, grew up in Somerville, South Carolina, was not a lot of theater there, and my mom's a single teacher, so I kind of did odd jobs around this woman's house, to help pay for like drama lessons. And the first show that we did was Oklahoma, and I was just like, this is it. Like I love this. It wasn't the performing part. It was backstage. It was the relationships. It was the fact that everybody was so accepting and loving and excited and singularly focused on this one goal. I found that to be magical. And I was a big choir nerd, so singing in choir in school and in church, same thing. I was like, oh, this feels like the closest thing to spirituality for me is like in the vibration of other voices, wrapped in the vibration of other voices.
There's definitely a church choir to show choir to theater pipeline
There
that
sure
I don't,
is.
it doesn't need to be studied because we all know why, but
That's right. But you're right. We need to name it.
yeah, we should. I was
We
never a
need to
part of
name it.
show choir. I was technically in show choir for 2 days.
I didn't do show choir until college, and it was called the High Seas. And we sang in churches a lot. And I remember singing "It's Raining Men" in a church and thinking, "This is awesome."
Did does Columbia still have a show choir? Probably not.
I hope so. That's where it was at Columbia.
I always wonder what Columbia still has because I grew up going because my dad was a professor there, but by the time I was like remembering the campus enough to get myself around, I think they had moved. It was like co-ed now. It was not an all
It
women's
is.
school anymore.
It is co-ed now.
Um, I do remember going in and like I don't remember if students were just joking or if they actually thought I might have been a student there. I think they were joking until I got into middle school and there were some folks that were very smart and they went to Columbia and they were like, "Are you a student?" And I was like, "No, that's my dad."
Right. Right.
Teaching you European history.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
but well, that's how you and I know each other is actually our connection at Columbia
That's
College.
right. That's
Miss
right.
Sarah Nally.
Oh, she's my first mentor. Well, but my second. The first was my choir director, Gary Hanna in South Carolina, and then Sarah Nally in college.
Every now and then she'll comment on one of my posts, and I have to look at it really closely because I don't always connect the username to Sarah
Well,
Nally.
I've only called her Snally for the past 30 years, so
Yeah,
she knows everything. She's the best.
I love
And
her.
those, you know what? Those are the first two teachers that ever really held me accountable. Like took any like I grew up with not a lot of rules. My mom was a single mom again. I had two older brothers, and they were the first that kind of like came down on me discipline, like about projects and not goofing around or talking too much. Both of those people were the ones who really came down on me. And I think that's why I respect them so much. It's one of the reasons.
You you've actually gotten to go back to Columbia and do some talks and you were a commencement speaker and what's it like getting to go back to your undergrad?
It was incredible. It felt like such an honor. I loved being back on campus. Yeah, I got to give the commencement speech last year, and they awarded me with an honorary doctorate, which was an extraordinary honor. I still can't believe that happened. And I got to spend a lot of time with Sarah, and I got to spend a lot of time with the Dozers. He's the president of the college now, and I just love him and his energy. He reminds me of Peter T. Mitchell when Peter T. Mitchell came in to be the president and just kind of gave the whole place this boost of energy and goodness. And that's what he's doing now. It was incredible. I felt it's like really one of my proudest moments.
I think Columbia was my first introduction to Shakespeare because
Oh, tell me more about that.
That Shakespeare group, there was, I don't know if it was a yearly thing or what it was, but there was a Shakespeare company that
Huh?
came and did a show, and I don't remember what show it was, but my dad obviously got tickets because professor, and we all
Hmm.
went, and I probably one of the first times I also remember like seeing Sarah Nally and like being like, yes, I actually know who you are versus like
Hmm.
this woman who comes up and is like, hi, Claire. And I'm like, hello. And you are?
That happened to you last?
It does. When you have a professor as a dad and when you have a mother who is a pastor, you do a lot of pretending. I say that I weaponize my BFA with that
Tell me more
because
about that. Yeah.
well, there are some people that I don't know that they don't know that I don't know them.
Right. Yes.
Or I simply don't remember where we met. We met once at some wedding or something,
Sure.
which was interesting at the um when you came to do the talk with Sarah Nally, there were a ton of teachers who knew me there,
Mm-hmm.
like many people in that room that were like, "Oh my
Mm-hmm.
gosh, Claire, how are your parents?" And I'm just was like, "Well, they're great." And then I think Sarah Natalie realized I had no idea who I was talking to.
You think she found you out?
I think she knew because it was clear that they started talking about things that I was like,
Mm-hmm.
mm, yeah, of course, yeah.
Uh-huh.
We and I'm like, we're talking about things before I was born. Yeah, I do that a lot. I think I'm pretty good at pretending I know people, just so depending on what the what is happening. Sometimes it is indeed just easier to say,
For
yeah,
sure.
and how are you?
Right. Catch
And
me
then
up.
I start realizing, oh, it's been 10 years. So I met you at a wedding that my mother officiated. Got it.
Right.
Like,
Right. Right. Right.
something like that. Yeah.
Mhm.
So, but it's always fun when you get to come back to to Cola.
It is. It is. It was great. I had a great time coming back. I was so proud to that they asked me to come back.
You and I actually met for the first time at If Then, which was that was, what was that, 2014? We met backstage. That was, I don't know if you knew this, that was my first time ever in New York City. First Broadway
I
show
didn't know.
ever. First
Oh.
time meeting anyone after a show or
Oh
being
wow.
on a Broadway stage or like all of that was like the most brand new first time ever things in one night. And I remember very little of that day except for um, I went around and did what theater kids do, and I went around and collected the cups that people leave. And I
Oh.
picked up a cup,
Like
not,
in the audience? Like
yeah,
in
in
the
the
house?
audience. Like people just
Huh?
leave their, $44
Yeah. Right.
cups. And I was collecting playbills and I was collecting cups, and I picked up one. And I don't know if you remember this, but we were standing next to each other and the lid fell off. And it was like someone must have bought a beer and just simply didn't drink it. So now it was like a 14-year-old and you just we just left smelling like beer and it was it was
Wait. Did
great.
I do not remember this? The lid fell off and got like on us a little bit.
Hmm.
It did.
Hmm. I left with like a wet, like my pants were completely wet and
That's funny. And did I seem concerned that a 14-year-old might have some alcohol? Not at
no,
all.
no.
Okay, cool.
Cheers. Yeah, I remember being like, wow, lots of firsts, lots of first time spilling beer on myself. First, what a great impression I made.
I'm so glad that I got to be there for that.
It was an exciting time.
Hmm.
Can you tell me a little bit about, well, let's go back. You made your debut on Urban Cowboy, right?
Hmm.
And you've gotten to do a lot of really fun roles that are these badass women who are so sure of themselves, I feel like, or they have like comparatively to the other women around them,
Hmm.
you seem to know, your characters seem to know like what you want. Not that you've figured it all out, but you have there's a purpose with these women that I think some
Hmm.
characters are still figuring it out, and a lot of yours seem like you know what your purpose is,
Mm.
and they take a lot of risks. In Suffs, there's a lot of risks, lots of waves, lots of all of the things. Are these roles that you like gravitate towards, or are you like, especially early on in your gigs, were these roles that you are those characters that you're drawn to, or is that just it just happens to be those are the fun characters that you get to do?
I think that because I have a strong presence, I think that uh, I naturally gravitate towards strong characters, and I think people keep seeing me as like a strong female force, like whether it's a captain or a head of an organization or a cowgirl or a reporter or whatever, or a philandering lesbian, like in Ep7. I think I don't know. I think there's some. Yeah, it's interesting that you're framing it in this way. Some unifying aspect of these characters where they are pretty strong-willed and they may not have it all figured out, but they certainly have strong opinions about about
Yes.
life and where they're headed for sure.
Hmm. Okay, tell me if this is wrong. I think I read this on like a Wikipedia or something. You have a Wikipedia page, a whole Wikipedia page, which also has some very interesting details that I was like, where did these people? You must have said something in an interview, and someone just was like, yeah, and it's going in the Wikipedia.
Isn't that fascinating? Because we don't have any control over that Wikipedia page.
Anyway, somewhere I read that you did the Bebo Brinker Chronicles and
Right. That was
that
an off-Broadway show.
off Broadway show, and that was the show where you came out to the community
Yep,
here.
that's right.
Um, and I'm wondering what that was like for you. If that was because you had been doing things in the city for a little bits before then. Was it finally getting to portray a character like yourself that helped with that decision, or
For sure. I mean, it's the first time I was playing an openly gay leading role in a play. And so through all the interviews, it just started to feel really inauthentic to not also come out for myself. Um, and I was really nervous about it because a lot of people told me not to come out, that it would change the way casting directors saw me and directors saw me. And then I came out and nobody cared. Like it was this big lead up. I was like, oh, what am I doing? Making this decision. And here I go. I want to take the leap. And fortunately, I feel lucky about this. I'm very grateful. Um, Nothing happened. Nobody cared. Nobody cares. Nobody cares.
Mhm.
If anything, it led me to more gay roles, which I love. Some people are like, oh, I don't want to be pigeonholed. Pigeonholed the shit out of me. You want to keep like casting me as strong gay females? One hundo.
Rock on. That I'll drink to that. I feel like we still hear, especially like actors my age, especially in the world of social media, we still hear things like not to not say certain things, to
Hmm.
not,
Like what?
well, I feel like I hear oftentimes to maybe it's not, saying that you're queer or whatever that is, but your beliefs and politics
Mm,
or religion or
mm,
things like that where people weirdly are like there's such a huge very there's not it's not a spectrum. It's very much like I hope that you speak out about this because you have the platform,
mm.
or you should not say a single thing because that will ruin your chances of anything.
That's really interesting, Claire.
I had a teacher and the guy was like I literally had my reps told me when I started dating this girl who is now his at the time was his fiance to not let anyone know. It was not to go on social media. They were not to talk about it publicly because he was being cast in the roles that were the love interest guy person. And if all of a sudden publicly he was out and about with a woman, he would no longer be seen as someone who could be this available guy looking for the love of his life. And I was like,
That is fascinating to me.
interesting. I don't know how many people
I mean,
believe
we're
that.
actors. That's the whole point. Like people are like gay act like straight people shouldn't play gay. Like I play straight people. I mean, not
Mhm.
as much anymore, but I do. I still do some. Um, you know what I mean? Like,
Hmm.
um, we're acting. That's the whole point. We're just acting.
It's always very interesting to see watches the who indulges in the arts and they don't
Hmm.
realize that our lives are very different
That's right.
to the
I
roles
remember
that we play.
recently watching Heated Rivalry and I forget what's the hottie dark haired guy's name?
I
That
could
actor.
not tell you.
So I mean they're both so delicious. But
Is that
learning
one
that he
Elia?
no, Ilya's my favorite. Like
That's the
I
only
think
name
I
that
am
I
Ilya.
remember.
I think that I am Ilya. I think I look like him. Like this is like that's what I think I look like. Um um but the other dude, cutie brown hair,
Hmm.
learning that he was straight, that he has a girlfriend. At first I was like bummed. I was like, ah. I hate that. And then I was like, wait a minute, let me investigate. Let me look why I'm having such a strong reaction. And it's actually kind of beautiful that this straight dude like had so much chemistry with this guy in this story. I think it actually helped. I think it helped it become a bigger phenomenon. Like I think it's actually better, not better, but it's just kind of beautiful that
Hmm.
this guy is straight and did have obviously a lot of chemistry with this other actor. And that's what we do. I would have plenty of chemistry with a guy actor if I were cast in a straight role again.
Hmm.
More like paid to do that.
Yeah. Well, and it's also like, I guess, I wonder if people who are like kind of murr about that, if they just think that the romance and the love of it is different, which I'm like, I don't think that doesn't.
Oh, you mean like on set?
No, no, I mean like if a straight person is playing a queer person,
Hmm.
they wouldn't know. And they might not know like the backstory of having to come out and all of
But they
that, but
know
like
what
they know what
it's
it's like
like.
to be in love and
I
like
don't know what it's like to be a pilot. You know what I
right.
mean? Like I've never flown a plane. Um, but people are like, I'd have you be my pilot any day. I'm like, bad choice, bro.
Yeah.
Bad choice. You do not want me flying a plane in any way.
You know, and that's what I say about me and tapping. Um
Same
you don't
season.
want it. You don't want to see it.
You don't want it.
Is there a type of person that you would like to portray at some point in your life that you haven't gotten to yet? Either on
Interesting.
stage or on screen?
Hmm. A type of person. I'm always most comfortable when I can really see myself in the characters. You know, if it's
Mhm.
somebody that's, I don't know, so far away from who I actually am, that might be harder for me. I like to find if I read a script and I'm like, ah, I get this chick, or my interpretation of what I think it would be. That feels exciting to me. But maybe I should broaden my horizons. Maybe I should kind of, I don't know, expand my my heart space some and put a leap and try to do something that. I mean, you know, I'm not very much like Carrie Cat. I'm not very much like Hedda Hopper. But I find the best kind of acting is like kind of combining who I am and what my experiences are with the characters that I play. So I feel most comfortable playing strong women, strong-willed women. I don't know, maybe if I played like some kind of flouncy, um, I don't want to play that.
It'd be an
They've been
interesting.
laughing about it. Although I got to tell you, in Come From Away, you know, I played Annette, who is this woman, a
Hmm.
librarian who was very excited about all the men coming off the plane. And I loved playing her. She was so fun. I love her
She's
very
such a
much.
fun little side, fun
I
little side
love her.
character, and she
Mm.
gets some of the best laughs
I
in
love her
that
so
show.
much.
It's so
Mm.
good. I want to see you in some like lesbian drama,
Let's go.
like an HBO type
Let's go. I would
thing.
love it. I
Something
would
dark,
love it.
something.
I always joke when I wanna when I want to be cast in a TV show, when I audition, I just whisper and don't move my face.
Hmm. Hmm.
And they love it.
And I have been trying to learn, trying to figure
Hard.
that out because I sit there and
I'm
I'm
a
like,
face mover and I'm a loud speaker, so both of those things are tough for me.
yeah, I'll watch my tapes back and I'm like, damn, I moved my eyebrows too much. It's like
I do the same.
the slightest centimeter, and I'm
I
like,
do the same thing. I don't even mean to, and it pops up.
you have you get to play another captain in another show that I love, Elsbeth, which
Ah, yeah.
I'm hoping she comes back soon because I've she hasn't been there in a while.
Captain Kershaw. I like
Captain
her, right?
Kershaw, she's fun,
Uh-huh.
and I'm wanting. I want is she queer? Is that like canon?
I think she's queer. I think she's queer. Yes.
I love that I mean I love Elspeth and I love that we're like weirdly finding her person, but I'm like I don't know. I really want like Kershaw and Donnelly to be like,
I would love that.
right?
Right? Right?
They would
I
be
would love
so
that.
good together.
I joked about it when we were hanging out waiting to film. And Yeah, I should have said it louder so the writers could hear me.
You know what? If you get the fans to rally around it enough,
Let's go.
listen, Hacks got that whole episode
You're
of
right. They made that happen. Dude, did you watch that episode?
I didn't.
You got to watch it. You can watch it standalone. You can just watch that episode.
I
It's
need to watch
standalone.
it. I've seen plenty of clips of
Sure.
it, and I'm like,
Sure.
well, I'm
But
glad.
it's so satisfying. Watching the whole thing is so satisfying.
And I love the two of them. They're
Me
just
too.
fantastic. No, I
Me
I
too.
Hacks is one of the shows that I started and I never finished it because I'm a
It,
binge watcher. I love binge
that's
watching
okay.
shows, and I
That's okay.
started it and realized that is not a show that I can binge watch very well.
Right.
And
Right.
then I forgot, and then Gilded Age came out, and I was like, well, now I got this to watch too. I also would like you in Gilded Age. I know you'd probably. I think Gilded Age, if you're listening, I
Hmm.
think we got to get Jenn Colella on in a corset and pants.
Let's go. Hot. I like all this. You're manifesting. I
I
would
am,
rock a corset and pants.
right?
Absolutely.
We got to
Who
get
do I
like,
get to make out with on Gilded Age? Kelly O'Hara?
I was going to say, maybe Aurora Fane, maybe that divorce was good for her.
Maybe it was.
There is a small subset of people, myself included, who of that fandom who really really want Aurora and Bertha to somehow
I respect it.
just find their way to each other. I don't care
I respect
how.
it. Look,
Bertha
life
can
is long.
Bertha can
Life
still
is
be
long.
married.
That's right. That's
It's
right.
okay. Just one night.
That's right.
That's all they
The
need.
one. That's all you need.
Are there any shows that you're binge watching these days?
I don't binge. I don't really have the time to binge. I wish that I did. Um, but I really want to. I have one episode left of this season of, or yeah, of this season of Beef.
Okay.
Have you watched Beef?
Mm-mm.
You got to watch Beef.
I do not know what this is.
Okay, Beef. Full stop. Find
I
it.
will.
There's only two seasons, and
Oh,
both of them are awesome and unhinged. And I find the writing to be exciting. I find the dialogue to like crackle, and I think these actors are absolutely astounding.
we were talking about heated rivalry. Have you seen the heated
The
rivalry
parody,
parody musical?
but I want to so much because Ryan Redmond makes me laugh like no
Uh,
one else.
I love Ryan. My friend and I have tickets because she has seen the series and loves it. I
Hmm.
know absolutely nothing about heated rivalry other than the
It's
discourse online.
Wait a minute, it's all there waiting for you. You love to binge. This is only like
I know.
7 episodes, eight
I know.
episodes.
I got to
It's
get
all
there.
right there waiting for you. I'm reading the book right now.
Is it do you like the book
So
comparatively
spicy.
to the I need to watch it. I have a lot of friends. I mean, I am the person who loves recommendations and will take them. They also will go on a very, very, very long list of things because more often than not, I get home and I need to watch that first season of Gilded Age because I know exactly what happens and I don't have to think about it. And all I can do is be like, look at the pretty dresses.
I respect it. I respect it.
Yeah, I'm someone who turns on. I do a lot of the rewatch, which is why I say that I'm good at binging. I think I'm not really good at binge watching. I'm good at turning something on and then just letting it play.
I will never do that. I like silence in the house. I don't have a TV, like there's no TV to be on. There's one like in a upstairs room far away. It's like an event if we
Hmm.
go watch a show up
Hmm.
on the television. My mom does this. Like everybody in my family just puts a TV on that has it as background noise. I love silence so much, and if I have any sound, it's going to be music.
Hmm.
But certainly not somebody like yapping at me. I can't do it. But some people find it very comforting. I have no opinion about it. I'm fascinated by people who like really find that comforting.
I am someone. I'm an ADHD brain, so my brain is already having a bajillion conversations, and I have learned Goodness, the Coke. I've learned that if I turn something on, especially if it's something that I already know, my brain is still paying attention to the words because I either know it and so my brain's saying it with, or it's just like something that my brain doesn't know how to not pay attention to, which quiets all the other
Oh, I
stuff.
like that.
And then I can get some shit done.
That's nice. So it's like a ballast. It's like a point of being grounded.
Mhm.
This other thing's going on. We know what this is so that I can release some of the chatter and focus on some real shit. I love that.
Mhm.
That's cool. That's a
Yeah.
really good description of how your brain works.
Yeah, because I've learned very recently where I very recently was diagnosed with ADHD. It's been like a couple months, and we're still trying to figure out my dosage and all of that fun stuff, which
Mm-hmm.
means like I still haven't really found a normal day of whatever is supposed to happen when you're on
What is a
medication.
normal day? Yes.
I know, and I get it must be like an ADHD thing too. I get the crash around one to three, which means I feel like I could fall asleep standing up. That is
Yep.
how fast my brain works. And
Yep.
if I push through it, I always think, of course, if I push through those hours, I'll get my second wind, we'll be good. And then all of a sudden it's 10 p.m. and I'm like, so are we building a bed tonight or running a 5K
And is anyone
or
else around, or is the we all of us inside? Because I do this all the time. I'm like, should we make lunch? Should we? It's
yeah,
we, the
it's
singular we.
yeah. And I'm like, well, and so the other night before, because I was like, can I take anything other than melatonin? Because that's not working for me. And I
Hmm.
learned that if I turn the TV on, again, my brain was focusing just enough
I
on
love
the
this.
television because I turned it down low enough that I actually
Yep.
had to be so still to listen to it.
Yep.
And I fell asleep I've never fallen asleep that fast before.
This is incredible. This is an unlock for how your brain works. Let me ask you a couple of questions.
Okay.
One, have you tried meditation? I know it's hard for anybody, and certainly someone for ADHD, but have you tried in like small increments? Is that a muscle that you've worked on?
I have. Meditation is very difficult for me. I am definitely not a silence person. I've tried what is like the tap meditation, tap
Oh,
whatever that
So
is.
like, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yes. And I don't dislike that. Yeah, probably the closest thing I get to meditation is like when I'm walking around the city. I still
Yep,
have music playing, but that because the music is in and I
yep,
these are Sony's, so I can't hear the city really at all. I
right.
can't all I hear is this. And yeah, I'm pretty good at that's probably the
Blocking
closest
it
I
out.
get to yeah, it's about the closest thing I get to any kind of meditation for sure.
I respect it. Okay, second question. You've tried melatonin. Have you tried magnesium?
Hmm. I have.
You have?
I have. I tried the
Didn't
magnesium.
help?
I actually liked it in the sense that I have, sure, we'll call it chronic back pain because I have scoliosis. And I
Huh?
was like, wow, I can lay in the bed and my back doesn't hate it. So that was
Yep,
nice, but it didn't
yep.
necessarily relax me enough to
Okay.
kind of fall asleep.
Well, I've just recently not learned, I've read, I don't know if it's the truth or not, um, that melatonin in large doses is not actually great.
I think finding out that I can turn the TV on and attempt to make that work, it works for a bit. There are nights where I'm like, I am wired. And like I might
Sure,
as well have had a bajillion cups of coffee and an espresso
sure.
martini
Well, and this Coca-Cola that you're drinking,
and that, yeah. So, you know, we'll get there at some point. I'm also like I sit here. I sit at the desk all day.
right?
So there's a lot going on, but it's not enough, I guess, for my brain to
Yeah, what about
do you
exercise?
know Matthew Scott? Oh
Very
yeah, you
well.
know Matthew Scott. He has his bio class in 2 weeks, and so we'll be back. I'll be back dancing every morning. Are you are you going to be there for that? Do you know?
I don't know what that is.
Oh, so Matthew Scott left Broadway Dreams. He's no longer at
Okay.
Broadway Dreams, and he's essentially
Right.
doing his own intensive. It's
Oh,
called
yes.
Bio by invitation only,
Right, right, right.
and it's
Right,
just a
right, right.
week of
I have not done this for him yet. Yeah.
okay. It's just a week of classes essentially,
Yeah.
and I enjoy it because there's no final performance.
Great.
So you are gearing up for nothing. You don't have
I love it.
the all that you're doing is at the end of the very last day, we have our dance class, we have like one master class, and then we just sit and we get to perform for each
That's
other.
nice.
Whatever we
That's
worked on, whatever, if there's something that we got to work on and we want to do it, if we have an audition coming up and we want,
that's the,
it's a very like low key
he's a great teacher.
thing. And Rachel Hoffman came this past fall. Kara
Nice.
Lindsay did a Disney class with us. Um,
I know. I love him. I've taught for him before. I he definitely called me about it, but I wasn't available. So I hope that I can do it this summer if it doesn't interfere with Oklahoma.
oh yeah, it's June 10th. It starts on the is it the 10th? It's the second week of June of this year or
I will
next month.
be I've got my own solo show at the Laurie Beachman on the 8th and
Oh yeah.
Big Dyke Energy. And then on the 16th, I'm performing at Lincoln Center with the New York Philharmonic for
Oh
a Pride concert.
my gosh.
I know.
I love Pride Month in the city.
Me too. So much.
I think
I'm so grateful.
I'm gonna try and go to the parade this year.
Right on.
I have not been since I moved here. I have been
Yeah.
in it accidentally,
Okay.
which I've learned is a really weird thing to say, apparently.
Well, most people know if they're going to be in parade, but I have also been swept up in the parade on my scooter and didn't know I was in the parade. So I can actually,
Mhm.
I understand that.
Actually, no. The first thing that I was at didn't realize what I was walking. Literally had no idea what I was walking, and I just turned the corner, and I was like, "Wow, Pride! Happy Pride!" It was the Dyke March.
Oh, what a delicious place to find yourself. Yeah. If you weren't gay
What?
before that, you're definitely gay now.
I was like, "What a perfect place for me to be right now."
Oh, I'm so happy for you. I
It
hope it
was
happens
a.
again.
I know. I kind of want to go now that I know that that exists. Do you have Pride stuff in the city that you like love to do every year?
I used to really like to go watch the parade and then try to grab brunch somewhere with people. I've had the opportunity to sometimes be um, in homes that are like overlooking the parade, which I really, really like. I've been on my scooter like in the parade. Yeah, I mostly am like I like to have brunch and I like to go near the parade and feel the energy of the parade and wear something rainbow and just kind of like smile at everyone on the street on that day. It's just such a happy, beautiful day. I remember the first time I saw the New York parade, I burst into tears because the only other parade I had seen was in Columbia, South Carolina, and there were more protesters than marchers, and they were like screaming at us and holding up awful signs. So this was a warm welcome for my little gay heart.
Have you been back to see the Columbia Pride Parade?
You know what? I haven't. Have you? Is it stronger now?
It is.
Ah,
My church, do they walk or do they make a float? I think there was a year that they made a float,
I love a church in South Carolina that makes a float for the gay pride parade. Let's go.
you know? Yeah, I mean we definitely have a group that walks in the
Mhm.
parade. It's much bigger now.
I
For
love
sure,
that.
for sure,
I
for
should go
sure.
back and heal that part of me because I
Yeah.
remember walking with the protesters yelling at us and just thinking
Hmm.
like, wow, this is what this is. And
Yeah.
then coming to New York and being like, wait a minute, this is actually a celebration, you know?
Yeah. I mean, I've never gotten to walk it because I'm usually visiting and I'm just not there that day.
Sure.
But of the photos that I've seen of my friends who have gone and all of that, there's more people in the parade than I think there are protesters, which is
I should go back. I should go.
lovely. I wanted to ask when we were still talking about your career. You're now a mother.
Mhm.
Would Are you wanting to dive into the roles of being a mother?
Of course,
Like on
absolutely. Of
stage and on television? I feel like
course.
there's so many people who either like start their career as a mother, even though like they have no children,
Right.
or
Just have that energy. Yeah, totally.
yeah, or they never ever
Totally.
get to play a mother.
I would love it. I would welcome it. That thing about your heart being on your sleeve is true. And now when I sing "Me in the Sky," there's a lyric that says, "Suddenly I'm a mother." And every time I sing it now, since Morrison, my little girl, has been born, I tear up like I can barely get through just singing that lyric, just saying the word mother. So yeah, I would welcome the opportunity.
At the end of all of my interviews, I give my guest 1 minute of uninterrupted time to talk about literally anything you want. It is 60 seconds of pure chaos if you would like it to be, or therapy, or what have you. I've had someone talk about lawn care. So that's what we'll do, and then we'll sign off and do all of the social
Yeah.
medias and all of that stuff. But I'm gonna put a timer on.
The first thing that's coming into my heart to talk about for 1 minute, I get a lot of cameo requests from people wanting to know advice about what they should do to be in this business. And my advice is always the same, and that is to say that you are enough, to trust that you are enough. And because you've been in one of the classes that I teach, I have been talking a lot to my friends and to my colleagues and to students about the voice in our heads and how important it is to be kind to yourself and to be your own best cheerleader. Um, because I find that very often the only thing in my way is that mean negative voice in my head. And so I work diligently every day to trust myself, be kind to myself, trust that I'm in the exact right place, and keep the voice in my head really, really kind.
That was exactly 60 seconds.
That felt awesome. Thanks for giving me that freedom.
Yeah. Where can we find you on the social medias?
I'm an Instagram girl, Instagram and Substack recently. So yeah, find me there.
Well, thank you for joining me. I hope we see Captain Kershaw
Haha, let's go. Let's
back.
go.
I'll just start like yelling about.
Let's put it out there in the universe. I want her back too. Thank
We
you,
gotta have
Claire.
her back.
Appreciate
Thank you for coming on.
it. Thank you, buddy.
Have a nice afternoon.
You too. Bye.